Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Arkham Horror, A Deal with the Devil, Turn 6. So where is everybody? Let's have a quick catch up. Our first player is Carolyn who's currently stuck in the Bank of Arkham. We're going to have to do something about that. Then it will be Trish Scarborough, and Trish is currently here at the Waitley farm. Then it's Sister Mary, who's over in this direction. She's in the second part of another time. She'll be coming out this turn, and she'll be going to Hibbs Roadhouse up here. And finally, it's our not so good investigator at the moment, Akachi Onyele, who is for the third time going to try and shut a gate at the science building. Right, so that's where everybody is. The gates, we have Independence Square, we have Hibbs Roadhouse, we have the Black Cave, and we have the Woods and the Science Building. 5 gates, we can only have 7 open, so we're going to have to shut a couple, and hopefully we'll do a lot better this turn than we did last turn. Let's get across to the upkeep phase, and our first player, who is Carolyn Fern. And here we are with Carolyn. So first of all, she's going to use psychology and get herself back up to 6 sanity. She's also owed $2, so we'll take 3 back and we'll give her another 5, so she's up to $16. And that is the sort of initial upkeep done. But she's got a bank loan, a retainer and a blessing, and she has to roll for them all. So let's do that next. So first of all, let's do the blessing. A 4, that's fantastic. Then it's a bank loan. Does she have to give a dollar back? She does have to give a dollar back. So she's down to 15. And next it is her retainer. And she saves that, so she'll get another $2 next turn. Good stuff. Right, so that is all the rolling out of the way. She is going to fight the vampire this turn. Now, everything from last turn stands. Well, not everything, but I'll go through that in a minute. It's going to be like a bit tricky, but we have still got the blessing. So we'll move her up to 4. As mentioned, she will get 2 dice. She has got a will +1, so hopefully she will do the horror check. Then when it comes to the actual combat check, I got it slightly wrong last turn. Agarian got back to me in the comments, thank you, and he did point out that I could have kept using clue tokens. Now, I knew you could use a clue token if you weren't going to roll any dice whatsoever. But what I didn't know was you could keep using clue tokens to get additional successes. I thought because I already had 1 dice that I was using, that if I got a success with that, then all I could use clue tokens for was essentially if I got a failure with it, and then I couldn't add any extra dice. That is not the case. So if I'd got a success with the 1 die that she'd have been rolling there, I could have spent another of her clue tokens to try and get another success. So you can roll extra dice. I didn't know that. So I've been and checked, and that is correct. But in addition to that, because we're not going to rely just on that, there was something else that I considered it last turn, but not a lot, because I had faith in Akachi last turn. I really thought she was going to manage it. And that is intervene. Because there was a chance last turn that Akachi could have casted intervene and obviously given +3 to Carolyn. Now, I didn't do it because of the sanity cost, yeah? For the same reason I didn't read Cool the Ghoul. So I just thought, oh, like, what we'll do is we'll just see if she can shut a gate, then she'll be able to go up next turn and deal with the vampire. Also, there was the sort of minor chance that we would have got Crescent Monster movement, so I decided to leave it. But now, I'm not going to leave it. We've got to get rid of that vampire, so she is going to cast this. Now, we'll get to what exactly Catchy's going to do about that on her upkeep turn. But Carolyn is going to be fighting the vampire. So we've used a 2 focus, knocked a fight up to 4, and she is ready to take it on during the movement phase. Right, next up, Trish Scarborough. And here's Trish. Now, Trish is at the Waitley farm. Because Carolyn's going to deal with the vampire herself, that means Trish doesn't have to come back to Arkham, and she's not going to. We may get a gate up here, and we still need somebody to deal with them. There are also plenty of clues up in Dunwich, so let's start by picking some up. So she is going to need a speed of 3, so she needs 2 speed. She's got the map of Arkham, which also works in Dunwich, even though it's map of Arkham. It also works in Dunwich, so she needs to use 1 of her 5 slider moves on that. She will then, because she's going to be fighting, she's going to use a couple to get a fight up to 3. Remember, Sledgehammer gives her +1 as well, and another couple to get her. She's not going to be fighting, what am I talking about, but just in case she is fighting, and I'm going to move her Law and Will up a couple as well. So there we go. So just in case we end up fighting something. So that's pretty cool. That's all her movement. She's going to pick up another 2 clues. Hopefully we can rustle up 5 clues from up in Dunwich. And then if we get a Dunwich gate, we can set about trying to close and seal it again. So that is Trish. She is our Dunwich investigator. Okay, after her, Sister Mary. Sister Mary's coming out of another time this turn, so we need to set up her law as high as it'll go. That is her best attribute for sealing gates, so we've put it up to 4. Fortunately, the Hibbs Roadhouse gate is a 0 gate, which is going to be -1 because of the Herald, so she will get 3 dice. Hopefully it'll be 3 blessed dice. We'll find out right now whether that is the case, because we'll roll for a blessing. Another 6. Bloody hell, she's just amazing. Yeah, just rolls 6s for fun. Brilliant. I hope she keeps that going when she tries to shut the gate. So she is still blessed. That's the sixth turn in a row, isn't it? She's doing very well. So anything from... she's beating the odds as it's going. Right. So she's done that. She's got her law up to 4. She's got a shotgun equipped. There is nothing else to do. So that is it for her. So last thing we've got to do is we've got to go up and see a Catchy on Yellow. And here we are with a Catchy. As mentioned, she's going to be casting Intervene in order to help Carolyn out and give her an extra 2 combat dice. Now that is going to cost 2 sanity to cast. Yes. That would put us down on 1 sanity. If she fails to shut the gate again, she'll go insane. So in order to stop that happening, when she casts this spell, she will take a Soul Pact. That will mean the spell will automatically work. But, oh, and she'll get the benefit of her sanity going all the way up to 7 again. But it does mean she is putting her head in the lion's mouth for the rest of the game. Because not only has she got a bound ally, she will have a soul pact. There is a good chance she's now not going to finish the game. But that's her own fault. She's had plenty of dice to try and shut that gate. Because she hasn't been able to do it, we have got to do this. Because we cannot afford Carolyn in the Bank of Arkham for much longer. We have got to get closing gates, sealing gates, and we've got to get all our investigators moving around and contributing. So that is what a Catchy is going to do this turn. In order to help us do that, she's just taking a soul pact for the actual spell itself, so we don't need to move a law up and stuff, but it's going to stay at 5 anyway, because that is what we're trying to shut the gate with. She's got no clue tokens this turn, so it's just a straight roll. But she is rolling 4 dice again, so come on, just get 2 successes, woman. Because we're casting this, it will be in the movement phase. Again, it's no good in fact, yes, that's a good point. It's all about when we do stuff. Oh no, she's last player. That's why. That's why I'm not doing it. I knew there was a reason. If she'd been going before Carolyn, then she could have casted Cult the Ghouls as well, because she'd have done that first before doing Intervene. But the way it's fell, because Carolyn is going to move and start her combat first, Intervene's got to go first. So, mind you, Intervene will go first. Yeah, she'll do Cult the Ghouls as well, because she'll be back up to 7 sanity, won't she? So that'll put her down to 5 sanity virtually straight off if she passes Cult the Ghouls. But we do Cult the Ghoul as well when it's a catchy's turn. Why not? She may as well go all in now. So she's going for it. And that is it for a catchy. We're not going to change anything else. And we'll just see how we go on and see if we can sort of pull it off this turn. Right. Talking of the movement phase like we have been, let's get to it. And here we have Caroline. So out she comes to downtown. First thing she's got to do is she's got to do the horror check. So it's +0 on a vampire, and she has got a will of 2. So she's going to roll a couple of blessed dice. A 6. Keep that. So she's rolled a 6. She has passed that, so she's lost no sanity. Now it's the big one. Just before we start that though, so currently she's got a fight of 4. It is -3 for... Whoop, come on. It's -3 for the vampire. So remember, physical resistance doesn't come into it because of she's only using her fight. And Intervene is a magical spell. So this is being cast now by a catchy. And we don't have to do any rolling because she is taking the Soul Pact. So in fact, she gains 4 sanity. So she's back up to 7 sanity. She's casted this and taken a Soul Pact. Isn't that fun? We do love taking Dark Pacts. So she's now got 3 dice, Caroline. She's got the one that she's got for a 4 fight, -3, and she gets the additional 2, so she's got 3 dice. She's also got a few clues, remember. So we need 2 successes to kill the vampire. So there's a 6, that's 1 success. And we're now going to use one of her clues. And that's all we needed. We just needed one of her clues. So brilliant, we'll put that in. She's still got 6 clues. And we get rid of the vampire. Ugh, right. So she gets her first monster trophy, even though she hasn't got a weapon. She's using the old kung fu or something. But she has managed to do it. So well done there to Carolyn Fern. Next up, it is Trish Scarborough. And here we are with Trish, but just before then, nearly forgot, haven't I? Yes, we've got to do the reckoning. You only don't pull a reckoning card if you make a Dark Pact during the upkeep phase. But we've just done a spell, so we've got to pull a reckoning card. So we could lose a catchy straight off. To be honest, what have we got? The barriers crumble. A gate opens and a monster appears in each unstable location containing an investigator with 1 or more Dark Pacts, if there is not already a gate in that location. Who's got Dark Pacts? So, Sister Mary, she's fine, she's in another world. And we've got a catchy, but a catchy already has a gate. So that is fine. It says here, if there is not already a gate in that location. It says nothing about monster surges, so I'm not doing a monster surge either. Woo! So that's right, Carolyn's in a street location and doesn't have a Dark Pact, and Trish She's in an unstable location, but she doesn't have a Dark Pact. So we've got away with that one. Whew. Good, good. Righty-ho. So let's get back to Trish. Trish is going to go 1, 2, and then she is going to exhaust her map of Arkham, and she's going to go to Devil's Hop Yard, and she now has 4 clues. Funky. After Trish, it's Sister Mary. And here's Sister Mary. She's coming out of another time. She's going all the way back to Hibbs Roadhouse here. So, excellent. She'll try and seal that in the next phase, because the next phase is not quite yet. We've still got a catchy, haven't we? But, yeah, let's get to a catchy. Got everything. Yes, I was going to skip a catchy, and then I remembered we're doing Cult the Ghoul, aren't we? So, she's not moving anywhere, but she's got loads and loads of movement points. So she's going to spend 2 of them, and she's going to do a law -2 check. A law's 5, so -2 is 3. And she passes. Woohoo! So she loses 2 sanity straight away. So she's back down to 5. So she's on 5 sanity. She does get to pick another spell. I'm just going to check the relationship cards. I'm not sure if it's her who if her partner will get a spell as well. I'll just check them. No, it's Sister Mary and Trish, so it's not a catchy. Right, so we just pick another spell. Surely we're due a good one. A really good one. So come on. Come on, a catchy. The Fist of Yog-Sothoth. This must be good, because we're playing against Yog. Casting modifier +2. That's nice. Sanity cost 1. Magical spell. Any phase. Cast an exhaust to gain +X to combat checks until the end of this combat, where X is the number of successes you rolled on your spell check. So this is a Kingsport one. This is an example of where we haven't actually got a board, but it's thematic because it obviously deals with the ancient one that we're up against. It's only 1 hand. So she's got the Fist of Yog-Sothoth. You may actually hand that off to somebody like Sister Mary if we ever get an opportunity. So let's put the deck back. Right, and Cult the Ghouls I believe is discarded. It is. Put that over there. And that is it for the movement phase. Next up, the Arkham encounter phase. And here's Carolyn. She's in the street, so nothing's going to happen. But we casted Intervene, didn't we, a while ago? So we've got to put a clue token onto our rumour, so that puts it up to 4 again. So we may as well do it because we can see it. So it's another lost turn for Carolyn, but at least she has got rid of that vampire. Hopefully she will be able to pop into Independence Square next turn. She's still got 6 clues, so she could seal that gate. Right, so that is it for her. After her, Trish Scarborough. So let's pop across to Dunwich. Here's Trish. She's at the Devil's Hop Yard. Now, there is a thing called a strange deal here. Instead of having an encounter here, you may spend 5 toughness worth of monster trophies or 1 gate trophy to gain 1 clue token and $2. Well, she's got a gate trophy, but we're not spending it for bloody 1 clue token and $2. That's just rubbish. So what we'll do is we'll have the actual encounter. So it's a purple and it's the Blasted Heath. So here's that deck. And let's have a go. Let's see what happens. Right. So let's do the usual cut. The Devil's Hop Yard. You hear a panicked cry from inside a nearby cloud of brownish smoke. If you rush to help, you pull someone inside the cloud to safety but hurt yourself badly doing so. Draw 1 ally and 1 injury card. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're in the hero business, baby. We're going to rescue somebody. This isn't a bound ally. This is a normal ally. So we need what do we need? Well, first of all, we've got an injury deck, and let's grab the ally deck. So let's see who we've rescued first. And it is Thomas F. Malone. He's pretty good, actually. +1 law, +1 fight. Brilliant. And we draw a spell. So this is worth it, I think, for getting an injury. So Thomas F. Malone, +1 law, +1 fight. That'll do me. And we've got to draw a spell. And before, when I checked to see if Akachi was one of the people in the relationship who sort of like drew extra spells, Trish is. This means Sister Mary is going to get a spell as well, because they're both students of the arcane. Excellente. Oh, why can't I shuffle? I thought so. Damn it! I'm not a good shuffler anyway, but shuffling around the camera is not easy. I will point out. Okay. So the first spell is for Trish. Oh, Flesh Ward. Why not? Everybody else has got one. Do you know, even though it helps us out that one time, having Flesh Ward, it is considered one of the weakest spells in the deck, and we've got 3 of them. And because of Students of the Arcane, it means Sister Mary gets one as well. Oh, she didn't get a Flesh Ward. She managed to get Wither. This is good because the casting modifier is +0 and the sanity cost is 0. So that's brilliant. Any phase, cast an exhaust to gain +3 to combat checks until the end of this combat. Brilliant. So that is a good one for her to have in her back pocket as a magical attack variant. She does have the shotgun, but now she's got Wither as well. So good stuff. We'll put that up here. And we'll put the spell deck back. And now we will find out what injury Trish has got. Obviously, hopefully something not too bad. So up to now it's been worth it. Infected wound. When you gain stamina, you gain 1 less point of stamina to a minimum of 0. Disregard this when you are knocked unconscious and are restored to 1 stamina. Treat this card as the duplicate of Necrophobia, Madness card for the purposes of being devoured. Right, so she's got an infected wound. But that'll do. That will do. So I think that was quite a good encounter, really. She's got an extra fight now and an extra law, so that will help closing and sealing gates. So she's essentially Thomas F. Malone is exactly the same as it makes Trish the same as Akachi. We are ignoring the Herald with Thomas, so that is good. Put him over here on a player area, and that is cool. And we'll get rid of that. Put it back in the deck. And that was it for Trish. What a hero. Rescued Thomas. Brilliant. Right. So next after her it's Sister Mary. Come on, let's close a gate, man. And here we are with Sister Mary, who is frankly amazing. So no pressure, Sister Mary. No pressure to show Akachi how it's done. Oh, I told you what. Bloody hell, I forgot to do it again. She did, of course, like explore, so I'm back to putting the explore token down at the wrong time. Right, so it's a +0 gate, which is -1 because of the Herald. She's shutting with law, which is 4, so that is 3 dice, but she is blessed. We need 2 successes because it is Yog. A 4 is a success, so that's good. And we are now going to spend a clue. And a second success. So all we had to do was spend 1 clue. Whew, thank God for that. So well, we're not only spending 1 clue, we're spending 1 clue to get the requisite successes, and then we're going to spend 5 because we are going to seal that gate. So we haven't had many opportunities to seal gates in this game, so let's take one when we get it. Take that away and that away and that away. Get rid of that as well. Right, so that's cool. So we've got our second seal. Woohoo! The gate itself, we'll get it as a trophy, but have we got any diamond monsters? Ythian is a triangle, hexagon for the formless spawn, so no, unfortunately. But good stuff. Right, at least we've managed to shut 1 gate, so that is pretty cool. And Sister Mary has still got 5 clue tokens left, thankfully, so she'll be able to seal another gate. But I think what we'll do is, I think we'll try and get a few more clues first. Why? Because it looks like in order to seal gates in this game, we need a few clue tokens in order to offset the Herald and Yog's horrible ability. So it seems the way to go to have plenty of clues when you're actually going to seal a gate. Right, a catchy. Oh, catchy. Here we are with a catchy. Do you ever get that feeling of deja vu? Right, she's got 4 dice. She hasn't got any clues or anything now. So, come on. Oh, she has 3 successes now. Why you doing that 2 turns ago? Bloody hell. But yeah, that's fine. I'm not bothered. We've just shut the gate. I'm just glad we've shut the gate. So it's a star. So we've got no star monsters, but she has got her second gate trophy now, thankfully. So she only needs 1 more for a personal story. And that is 1 less gate that's open. So I can't believe she rolled 3 successes now. But saying that, that was about, she's rolled about 20 dice, hasn't she? She was due a good roll. So we have shut another gate. We can only close it. She doesn't have any, she doesn't have an elder sign, and she doesn't have enough clues to seal it, unfortunately. But as I said from the very beginning, the science building isn't a very frequent gate. So I think we can get away with just closing that one. Alright, so a pretty good turn. A pretty good encounter phase for a change, thank God. Right, nobody's in another world in this particular turn, so it's straight to the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and chuckle phase. So let's bring this in. And let's find out what the bad news is. We have gangs clean up East Town, and we have got a gate at the witch house to start off with. So let's put that back. Well, I'll just get the reckoning deck while I think on, because it's yet another gate. I tell you what hasn't happened, which is very unusual for my games, is we haven't had about 15 monster surges. Normally I've had quite a few by now. But every gate that's opened has opened on a new unstable location. Very unusual for me. So, witch house. There we go. Doom. So, we're up to 6. Oh, don't put it. We get the gate. Then I can put that on top of there. Let's see whether the gate's taking us. Oh, an infinity gate, so we can't take this as a trophy if we shut it. And it's -2 as well, which means it's very difficult to shut. It's like the woods. So we'll try and avoid having to shut these. So that's Yugoth. And that means monster, monster. What do we get? Ooh, a skeleton. That's not too bad. Crescent. Physically resistant. Silently emerged from the water and strode up the beach towards us. Although the bleached skeleton was picked free of flesh, still it moved with a malignant purpose. Well, there you go. But it doesn't seem too bad. It's 2 toughness, but I think we've had worse, haven't we? Obviously, orange border. So it's aquatic monster. We need a Arkham monster stand. So there we go. We've got a skeleton along with a gate at the witch house. Like, as I say, the woods and the witch house, if we get to a situation where we get another elder sign, we'll try and shut one or either both or one of those. Right, so clue at the Black Cave. Well, that doesn't arrive because we've got a gate at the Black Cave. We have circles moving, squares moving. Ooh. Oh, that is bad news. And diamonds moving. You'll see why in a second. Damn it. Well, first of all, we've got no circular monsters. That's hexagon, crescent, triangle. So we haven't got any square or diamond monsters either, but we've got a moving gate, haven't we? That's a square gate, which is independent square. Bad. Not only that, it moves into downtown. And Carolyn, after going through all that, has now been sucked through a gate. And she's been sucked to another dimension. She was going to go there anyway, but what this means is, obviously, she's going to be delayed in another dimension, which is down here. So we'll put her on her side. So she is now delayed. But at least she's in another world. So, in fact, yeah, she'd have moved to Independence Square next turn. So it's sort of we sort of lose half a turn, don't we, rather than a full turn. Yes, damn. Right. So the main problem with that is, of course, the Independence Square location is now free to be getting another gate. That's the bad news. Right. And yeah, we can't seal the gate. We could have sealed the gate when it was on Independence Square. Carolyn cannot seal gates. She's not like a catchy. So yes, we've lost an opportunity to seal a gate, unfortunately. Gangs clean up East Town. All monsters in the East Town streets or locations are returned to the cup. And of course we don't have any. Unfortunately. So we've got Rivertown's got a formless spawn in it, but that's the nearest that we get. So let's get rid of that. And we've had a gate open, so we'll take a clue token off our rumour and we will find out. I mean, Akachi could be all over for Akachi now. She's living dangerously. An unsettling trend. For each investigator with a bound ally, raise the terror level by 1. Well, that's not too bad. So the terror level goes up 2 because both System Area and Akachi have bound allies. So that's not too bad. So we'll put up with that one. Right, so that is the end of the laugh and chuckle phase. We did pretty well that turn. This is a hard game with Yogg and the Herald. I feel a lot more under pressure than they have in other games. Even Kingsport to an extent. That was just a horrific start that you just couldn't recover from. This is difficult in that it's just like trying to seal gates is a nightmare. You've got to have so many clues, because those 2 successes you need. You almost need a load of clues for re-rolls, so it's just nightmare, baby. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 gates open, so at least we've got one less gate open. We have got another gate sealed at Hibbs Roadhouse, so we've got 2 out of 6 seals, which is good. But like I say, we're going to struggle. We need a mountain of clues to start shutting these babies. Fortunately, we've 2 of those gates. I mean, we can close the downtown streets gate. We cannot seal it now, which is a pity because that is a +0 gate. The other +0 gate at the Black Cave, we've got to get somebody in there to seal that, because that is an easier seal. As I say, Yuggoth and Lost Carcosa at the Woods and the Witch House, we pretty much really need to get Elder Signs to shut those. They will be really tough to shut and seal. So we need Elder Signs or a shed load of clues to shut those. Next turn is going to be tricky as well. Akachi is hemmed in. She's hemmed in at the Science Building. I was hoping she would get to the Unnameable to pick up those 2 clues. But looks like, mind you, it's only -1 to sneak past the Yithian. We might see if we can sneak past the Yithian or something. If not, she'll just go to Miskatonic University Streets and kill it. Trish, she'll pick up another clue in Dunwich. We could have done with the Dunwich gate opening this turn. That would have been nice. So she'll do that. As I say, Carolyn's delayed because she's been sucked through a moving gate, which is just about her luck, really. And yeah, and Sister Mary, what's Sister Mary going to do? Well, she's got enough clues. The Formless Spawn is +0 to sneak past. She may sneak past the Formless Spawn and get into the Black Cave because she has 5 clue tokens. I'd prefer more. In fact, I may go, what is that? 1, 2, 3. She may go to the Unnameable. Yeah, let's have a catchy fight in the Yithian, and Sister Mary, she can go via downtown. You don't automatically you only get sucked into the gate if you actually end your movement with a gate. She won't be ending a movement there. She'll be going whizzing straight through downtown, get to the Unnameable, get a couple more clues, because I want a couple of clues in reserve for when we come to seal a gate. So that'll give her 7 clues, and then the turn after she can try and get in the Black Cave. And who knows, by then the Formless Spawn may have moved. Right, so we'll do something like that. Okay, so that is it for turn 6 of Arkham Horror and A Deal with the Devil. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions, for all the views, for all the hints and the tips, and for pointing out where I go wrong. Also for pointing out rules that I was quite blithely ignoring because I was unaware of them, like the one Hungarian pointed out to me. So that is great. Thanks very much. Keep learning. That's what I say. Thank you to everybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site as ever. That's marvellous. And I hope you will join me next time. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.